in the top five, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Sooners will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So South Carolina's offense will go to work first. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week, because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they faced this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped back on this second and short. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Third and short from the 49. Is this four-down territory? Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Snagged out of the air. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to a 27. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Runs through a tackle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Gamecocks line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. The Sooners offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Finds his man. It's Kearney. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. Third and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness, and finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And the Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Got a man. It's Owens. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Quickly to the tight end. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Sooners in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Got out of trouble and throws. Firing to the right, complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Lets it fly. And that pass was knocked down, but the good defensive play is not going to stand. I think the D was in the neutral zone.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. They didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Bringing it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They've got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
To the air, it's Sellers. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week, they did nothing. They got nothing going, looked really, really poor. This week, starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Makes the grab. It's Sategna. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. They'll throw it from the red zone. can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wheeler. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. And pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Pulled and fired complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Off play action. Fires to the tight end. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant 1st quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. The Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. The timing needs to be precise on those out routes, and the quarterback just gave him too much ground to cover.
Yeah, and you got to know when to throw that. Right when he's breaking out of his break, I got to put that ball and put it on him. And you can tell the timing was a little bit off, just a little too much juice from the QB.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle, jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Rides to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Unloads it left. He's got it. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? The play action fake. This one's complete.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Got a man. It's Brown. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he makes the catch inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The Gamecocks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Backs going for the goal line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
What a play by the defense. With their backs against the wall in a goal line type situation, they're able to force a fumble and jump on it. That is how you change momentum in a game.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Here's the handoff. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football.
Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Throwing right. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in stands.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively?
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll move the tight end. They're going back to the ground. He smashes his way through again. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
Got it in the middle. It's Jacobs. And they pick up just a few on that completion. After that last completion, it's second down. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Working that left side now. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Makes the grab.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with second and short. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll do it himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Breaks the tackle. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys, they've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough.
There he goes! And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
End zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Back to pass, it's Murphy. With the catch, it's Sategna. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage.
Nice catch. Way to get your feet down, and your reward is 0 yards.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Caught. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Kearney. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And this one splits the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. He gets a block. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You know, we just went into half, and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently and to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. Got his man quickly. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Gamecocks want to move quickly. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Shotgun snap on third down. A strike downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Jacobs. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Quickly out to the tight end. They've got it inside the 40 and the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gonna look downfield again. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Plows through the defense. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. He's got his man. Give him 6. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
The Sooners want to crank the tempo. That's caught. It's Sategna. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll line up for a second down play. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Finds his man, it's Gibson. Oh, what a move to get room. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Pulls it in. It's Kearney. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Sooners with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sategna. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He'll set up to throw. Here's a heat. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
South Carolina, 14.
Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. To throw, it's Sellers. Right on the money. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
That's reeled in. It's Jacobs. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
Wants to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. It's complete on the right side. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick strike complete. At the 20, he's got space. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw again. It's complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
Got it behind the line. It's Jacobs. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Caught behind the line. It's Gibson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Sooners headed quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Murphy. Makes the grab. It's Sategna. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, give on the inside. Makes his man miss. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far into the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
21.
On the move from inside his 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. He's got it. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. That's caught. It's Clark. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field. And this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the 4th quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that, the lead nice and covered. They're cruising toward a 4-0 start. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Duke was able to cap off a close one in Durham with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking to pass, it's Sellers. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Looking to the big tight end. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Helms. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Pass interference. Offense.
Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense.
Spider. 4-2 Spider.
The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Motion from the wideout. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
Breaks into the open. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that 1st down marker. 4th down coming. And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. It's picked off, and another empty drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
On the direct snap, it's Robinson. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Thomas. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down.